My name is Evan. I lived in the Severn home for 2 years, from November 2022 until December 2024, so a little bit over 2 years. I lived in other sober homes before, but changed location, came up to Maryland to try something new, try something different, and I was able to find that in the Severn home. Severn home offered, one, a nicer house, two, I think the quality of people that I was looking to be around, and three, the location that I was looking for. Being outside of Annapolis or being around the Annapolis area offered me the ability to create a network of recovery and of people in sobriety, and to really work on the structure that I was missing in my life and had been missing for several years. So the house that I was a resident in was two houses. I was a resident in the Arnold house from November 2022 until early 2024 when we moved over to Gambrills. So got a little bit of exposure to both the Arnold, Annapolis area and then the Crofton area. Both houses are great location-wise, being here close to 97, Route 3 and everything in Crofton is great. It was also great to be close to Annapolis, right outside in Arnold. And, you know, I was still able to connect with all the people I needed to, with all the resources I needed to, stay involved, active, and keep working on that structure. So in terms of returning home versus going into a sober living or recovery house, for me, I've done both, and the sober living provided me with the accountability, again, the structure that I needed, and just the immersion and exposure to other people. People, one, that would hold me accountable, and two, that would keep me social, to prevent me from isolating, from going into my room, from going off into whatever corner I could find, and just being, you know, away from it all and getting in my own head. Without sober living, I would have done exactly that, and I did do exactly that. I'd proven that to myself time and time again before I gave it a serious try, a serious attempt, and found a place that worked for me in the Severn home. So life after the Severn home for me, after 2 years, I felt comfortable enough. I went through job changes. I went through, you know, hiring, firing, different friends, different, you know, meetings, different aspects of recovery. And, you know, eventually I just felt that my time had, you know, not expired, but my dues were paid, and it was time to move on. Moved into my own apartment down in Annapolis, something I'd done before, but not with the tools that I needed and had developed while at the Severn home. Yeah, and life looks great. I'm content. I'm happy. I have everything I need. And I was able to work on all of those things and develop and bring in all those things, material or not, during my stay at the Severn home that afforded me the accountability to stay sober, to stay engaged in recovery, and to not go back to bad habits and old ways. Out of all places I've been, this has definitely been the most comfortable, and one of the reasons why I came here. The amenities in terms of the gym, the pool, just, I mean, how the house is laid out, which is, I guess, is different based on which location you go to. But they're all conducive to recovery and staying engaged and meeting people. You know, my advice to it would just be go into it with an open mind. Don't think too much about it. You know, when I made the decision to come here, I was in treatment. I didn't know what it looked like. I hadn't done a tour besides pictures. So I guess my expectations were low, but they were definitely met by time I got settled in, moved out. You know, change was I don't want to say difficult, but uncomfortable. And I just had to give myself time to work through that and to just process it all, again, get settled and just find my place and find my lane and just do the things that I needed to do. In terms of, you know, my experience has been great so far. And I think a lot of people will say, you know, just do the right thing and keep moving forward. And I think to an extent that's true. I think you need to find your place, find your people. If you engage with the people in the house, engage with people outside the house, and you really encompass all aspects of developing a better life that you need, which is different for everybody, you'll find success